All right, I'm on hole number 10. Excuse me, I'm on the back 9 of the Paradise Islands tournament in the opening round of the Reiki division. Hold on. Ideal score here, minimum score is minus 12. Minus 12, and we're looking for minus 24 plus. And I think if you have up to minus 30, you're a couple below 28, and anything above, obviously, you've got a serious chance of getting a banner. or a win, just depending on your bracket. We'll have people in our clan that'll win with a 28 and people that'll come in third with a 30. So it just depends on your bracket. But I think those are the scores. So my goal today was to come in with between a 26 and a 28, shooting for the 28, trying to ramp up my game to the 30. I don't need to light the world on fire today. I just want to go out there and shoot a nice, consistent round. No problems getting the minimum score and try and hang on to everything that I can pick up. So here we go. Hole number 1. Hole number 1. Kohong Resort, hole number 1. Not going to think too much about these. White, half a ring in the rough. All right. Half a ring in the rough. I've been making chicken scratches on here. I made this several times and at the beginning of the week, and I was trying to work my shot to the right and went too far. So now I'm trying to work back to where I started. I'm actually going back to where I started at the beginning of the week, and then I'm going to work from there. Kingmaker. Extra mile. All right, we're ready to roll. I'm going to be a half a ring into the rough. A half. I'm going to put my white ring up against the rough fairway and then move it out a half a ring. Fully extended. Balance out the top spin and side spin. Take the wind out. Max overpower hook. And I'm doing this by a spot. I have no idea how many rings I am from the deal. I'm way beyond that. Okay, so let's do our spins first so we get them about balanced out. And fully extended. Fully extended, I want my white ring to be just inside the rough. 2.0 per ring. Max overpower hook. And I got just about all of it. The last time I was here, I didn't get it all. Just a little teeny bit more to the right. Or excuse me, the left. So I was pretty skinny off of it right there. I was probably only like maybe a quarter of a ring. And I needed to be out like another quarter, so like a half a ring. So when I say half a ring, I mean half a ring. It didn't look right, so I was like trying to hedge my bets there, so I went a quarter of a ring off. It didn't look like it was going to be enough. But there's a real fine line down there. The cool thing is that as I've been trying to work my way around where it's clipping the rough right there, it clips right out into the fairway. So I've had fairway shots. So I know that from down here, this is not the spot that I want to shoot from. But it's the spot that I've been in several times that it's plus 10% to the cup. Okay, where am I at my club? Okay, there's max. So I'm right at max. It's 1.0 per ring. A bit of backspin. Keep that sucker up to the cup. Make sure I'm terminating in the cup. 10% 3-3. 100% accurate club. 3.3 rings. Hitting it perfect. See if I can get that in the cup. See if I can get the eagle the hard way. Just a bit outside. Which way was the wind blowing? Was that the 10% I added on? No, that's not funny, dude. That was the 10% I added on. So maybe I'm not going to do a percentage down there. I'm going to put a +0. I don't like hitting perfects when I do a wind adjustment and it's off. That means I need to go back to just a normal shot, retake it. That's all right. I want to give myself a shot on every single one of these holes. Every single one of these holes, I want to get to the spot where you're driving into the cup and go, man, it'd be really nice to be in your mid short iron right here and have this ball and look up and have that stuff. That's the whole goal at this point, is to just be every single hole you have a shot to get it in the cup. You just have to get past those pesky little layup shots that get you in the right spot. There's a bunch of holes in this tournament you can hit with a sniper. And a quarterback. It's a draw. All right, that hole didn't go exactly like I wanted it to. We have a serious hole-in-one shot on this next hole, so let's go look at it. Let's go look. Good luck in the tournament. We'll exit. Let's go look at hole number 2, which is hole number 11. Hole number 11 is on Kohung Resort, hole number 4. All right, let's look at it. All right, we're doing the 5 backspin. Grizzly, and I was a little bit short last time. I was like right on track on the front. I mean, like right there, and I was a little short. I'm using a Navigator because that's the best Power 1 ball that I got. Grizzly and a Nav, 5 backspin, 30% wind adjustment, 1 per ring. All right, here we go. We got a serious hole-in-one shot right here. It all boils down to hitting it perfect. I'm going to elevate my tablet so I got a little bit of an angle going on here. This is more like how I shoot when I'm in the house. Very little adjustment. So they're using they're using a big ball. I'm not a fan of hitting from that side over there at all. I don't think that's not the way, that is not the way to go at this hole. It's totally unpredictable. Especially if you hit it great to the left or the right, you have no idea where it's going to go. There's so much movement down there and stuff. It can go off to one side like drastically. I see a lot of people over there hitting the sand. It goes that far off trajectory. I don't want to mess around with any of that crap. 4, a little, because 4 wasn't quite enough. Yep, right at the hole, 30%. So that's 3, 7, that's 9, 10, 11, that's 4, 8. Isn't it perfect? See if we can get that in the cup. See if I made my wind adjustment right. That's the good. That's the look. That's the look. Oh, oh. And that was all in that wind adjustment. I should have did that on my calculator. So I could just look at the number. That's one of the benefits of doing a one-on-one is you only have to do one equation. You just type in what your wind thing is, and as soon as you see the wind, you just type it in and hit enter. Equals. That's the number. That way you can use whatever numbers you want. Maybe that's the deal if you use your calculator, although that wouldn't, like if you'd have to do some pre-math beforehand. I'd have to think about how that would work. It works really good when you have 100% accurate clubs and their max number is 100, one per ring. I don't think I have the right ball to play this. What did I bring to that? No, I don't have the right ball to play it, so I'm going to forfeit. I am practicing this hole. I don't normally play par threes, but I'm so far off on this that, like, if I finally catch something, I want to give myself a few more opportunities on that particular hole if I have the right ball, but I have to have a 3-power ball. Hole number 12. Hole number 12. What do we got? Hole number 12 is Oasis. We're on the first of the Oasis holes. Hole number 6. This is not my favorite par 5. Hole number 6. All right, I'm doing the bounce to bounce. Extra mile, Kingmaker. Extra mile. Sniper. Kingmaker. That's all I need. I don't need anything else in that bag. Except for maybe the putter. Maybe. I'm doing a plus 30% on the drive, and I'm doing a plus 15% to the hole. The ball guide is lying. Trying to get my calculator, my trusty, dusty calculator out here. Let's see if my opponent can get up there. Let's watch what my opponent does. I hardly ever really, if I'm talking during my opponent's shot, and I'm not really paying attention to what they're doing. So I see my opponents do stupid shit all the time where they're like overpowering, oh my God, like overpowering it and doing all kinds of weird stuff. It's like, dudes, man, let's make this easy on ourselves. If you're doing one-on-one, would you want to be taking that shot all the time? Hell no. I have no idea where it's going to end up. Let's take this as easy as we possibly can. That's the whole idea in a tournament, is to make it as easy as you can. That's why you're bringing out bigger stuff. You can't get this done with a Marlin. It's a little bit harder. So I don't have a Marlin here. 2.3 times 2.3 equals 3. So that's about a ring and a half. Just trying to hit it nice and easy. Isn't it perfect? See if that 30% wind adjustment, see if it repeats that. This is the third time I've done it, and the last 2 times it's been perfect. Those are the bounces. When I didn't have that 30% on there, I was clipping the rough on that second bounce. I was actually overshooting it, even though the ball guy was saying I wasn't going to, and I took the wind out. The wind was carrying farther down in that. So taking 30% off, I just do a nice easy bounce to bounce. This is the deal. My opponent's in his sniper. He brought a sniper. He brought the right club. But he didn't get far enough up in the sniper to where the red line is so that he could stretch out with his topspin and get all the way to the cup so he could work it out and then make a wind adjustment. And so it's always a crapshoot. And that is an awesome graphic right there. That might go in the hole. Man, that's super close. Super close. Nice shot. see if we can be a little bit closer so I have a little bit better shot with my ball guide, and it's a 15%. 1.15 times 3.4 equals 3.9 rings. Yeah, let's get up on my red line. It's been pushing up just a little. So 3.4, that's 3.9. So we're a little shy of 4. It's been pushing off to the right. So I was a little low of the cup because it's been pushing it past it. Oh, and I hit it great. If I was going to hit it great one side or the other and I still have a shot, it'd be great to the left. This is it rolls down here. It's right there. Right there. This is not like the super, even if you hit it right, it's so hard to get in there unless you want to really rub yourself up against the rough down on the right hand side. And that way you can start getting into left hand side spin where you're trying to straighten it out to the cup, but you got to get really close to that rough down there. And I think that rough's way too far away for you to do a rough bump. I have to look at that again. And it's better to do the little bounce city bounces here and not extend out your ball guide if you're using a rapier. This is a shot where you use it like most of the people that use an imbringer would use their imbringer. And you have all the same tools that they have, but you've got topspin. So on most of the holes in this tournament, you can use your topspin, and you've got an advantage on those imbringer people. Those people. There's two groups. Hey, there's always those things. There's always like one group is like this way and one group is another. Some people don't like guardians. Some people don't like Goliaths. Okay, this is not the hole that I was playing. All right, what hole are we on? I'm on hole number 13. Good luck in the tournament. Hole number 13. Hole number 13 of the Paradise Islands tournament. I have no clue where we're at. I'm not even really paying attention to the score. So hole number 13 is hole number 7 of the Oasis. We're on an Oasis run here. This is the one that I'm practicing on. I have no clue how this shot's going to come out. This is the one that every time I get, I'm going to practice. I'm going to do a rough bump on the right-hand side as far right as I can get because the ball guide is like totally lying. I need a sniper and I need a kingmaker. I'm going to do a 20% wind adjustment. .2, and I'm going to really try and watch where I land to see like the first landing spot to see how close that 20% because I'm starting off like dead center in the middle. Okay, the wind's blowing from the right to the left. So it's blowing along the rough. So if you get it wrong, you're still in the rough. I'm not sure how you'd say that. It's blowing in the same plane as the rough. It's parallel to it in that same plane right there, right? So it's running parallel to it. So if you make an adjustment, if you make a bad wind adjustment, all you're going to be is a little bit left or right in the middle of the rough. So the wind's blowing really good for the rough bump. I just think that shot right there, I've done that shot and I've been that close and I've been closer and I've been farther away and I've been in the rough on the backside and I've been all over the screen. It's always like you're just like here and there. Okay, so it's one backspin and maximum side spin. There's a spot here where the tail starts curling towards the cup. I want that spot to be the same length as the cup out there. It's 2.9 times 2.9. It's 3.48. So 3.5 rings. That puts me about a half a ring into power. Put that little bit of power back in it. And I hit it one ring great to the left. And I want to see where it goes if I hit it straight. And I put a little bit of curl on it. And I was just rubbing up against the nubs, and I was like right up there at it. So, I mean, hitting it straight, like that's the shot that you're looking at if you just hit it straight in with no curl. Because if you move any more to the left, the tail actually starts to waggle to the right. You actually get further away from the hole. There's a real small spot out there. And I think if you just leaned up against it and gave it just a little teeny bit of curl, like leaned all the way up against the nubs, where you weren't going past them, but you were like all the way against them, that is like right there at the hole. All right. I feel good about that hole. I mean, it's still a crapshoot, but I feel a lot better about like doing that shot. It feels a lot more controlled going in there. Like you actually have a shot at something if you worked it out. I'm not going to practice this hole at all in front of anybody except you guys and whoever gets me out on the course. I don't want people thinking, I want people struggling around and not liking the rough bump. I know that a lot of people are using the rough bump, but if they're not partaking in social media and watching this type of content, then screw them. You guys are the smart ones. You guys are watching the channel and checking the stuff out. And hopefully my thought processes sometimes are helping you guys. If nothing else, sometimes you can go, geez, man, that is stupid. I'm on hole number 14. Oasis, hole number 8. Hole number 8. All right, I'm doing the, and I haven't hit this shot all week. I've been off. It's either been like really close and I didn't hit it perfect, or I didn't hit it perfect and it was like a mile away. So I have no confidence yet in the shot to the cup. And it's an extra mile and a Hornet and a Kingmaker. This tournament truly is sponsored by Kingmaker. Hole number 14. All right, here we go. Let's go first. Maybe. I do go first. I want to be 2 rings off of that transitional surface. I want to be everything but 2. So I'm just past it, and I'm 2 off the transitional surface. That's 3, so that's about a ring and a half. And then I'm going to lean it on it. I'm going to lean on it up against the, I'm going to lean. Hitting it perfect. And that'll give me 2 rings off of that front surface, and that'll give me 2 rings off of the back surface to roll up there. Nice distance. Perfect spot. 366 to 370 was what I'm looking for, and I was a yard off. This puts me right in mid club. So I'm in mid Hornet at 1.75 per ring. And my opponent's using overpower. And they may have to, depending on the club that they have. But if you bring a 3 power ball, you probably don't have to use any overpower. And that's still a great shot. That's a nice shot. Nice shot. They'll like that spot. So it's 2.5 times divided by 1.75, 1.4 rings. Okay, it's 1.4 rings. There's 1.5. Isn't it perfect? See if I can get it in the cup. In the hole. Woo! That's what I'm talking about right there. Need to pick up 2 on a side if I want to get 14. I think that's the first one I picked up on the back. I think it's just been a nice, easy round, trying to get some notes for the weekend, trying to tighten it up, get some good video. That's the deal. Even the ones that I hit perfect that didn't go in the hole, that's really good video. And the other ones are really good video because I can check distance and see like what I did in my setup. I can watch the setup and see if I made a mistake in the math or was I just off. So if I made a mistake in the math, I can work out like, hey, just keep on track. You're on track. You just made a mistake in the math. And I do that sometimes and it pisses me off. I don't like, I mean, you get everything, you got to get every single step right. All right. Good luck in the tournament. Hole number 15. All right. What is hole number 15? Hole number 15 is Kohang Resort, hole number 3. Kohang Resort. Hole number 3. All right, we're bringing a king. We're bringing a rock. And who's this tournament sponsored by? Kingmaker. The true king of balls. Kingmaker and Titan are having some kind of a freaking ad war because Titan has been like dominating the airwaves. But Kingmaker took this tournament. They like sponsored the whole tournament. I'm gonna take my number 2 bag, a rock, and a sniper. And let's open one of those chests. We'll open the one at 4. Get one rolling. I was down playing church. If you're trying to work on a lot of these tournaments, like some tournaments are all about long irons and some tournaments are all about short irons, and you can go down in the lower tours and find the tour where there's a lot more of the holes that require a long iron shot. I'm not sure which tour that is. And go down to a tour where like I was in a tour in tour 2, and tour 2 short irons are the name of the game. Max and however much I can get on and side spin. I'm going to aim. I'm going to be 2 rings off this transitional surface, and I'm right on the edge of that rough with my second bounce. 3-2. I'm doing a 10% on the drive, so that's 3-5. 3-5. Trying to hit it perfect. Putting a little bit of curl to bring it back into the fairway. Hitting it like 2 rings great to the left. What are you doing, Buster? What are you doing? I'm going right down the fairway, even though I was aiming left. Hopefully everybody understands that. Put some comments in this video if you guys watch this video, because I've been talking about that and I'm not sure everybody. Hopefully everybody understands what I'm talking about. Especially for those that have watched me for a long time, because there's certain things about curl. Curl is super, like curl into the green when you're doing the money shot. You don't ever want to have to use curl when you're going in doing the money shot. But on these drives, you use curl all the time. All the time. You're trying to hit it way the hell down there, and so you have to bring it back to the fairway. You have to aim off in a certain direction and then bring it back. You definitely don't want to have to use any curl on this shot. Okay, I'm 0% to the cup because I have tried some numbers and I am back to 0 on this, but I do want to be on the left-hand edge or the right-hand edge. And I am on the right-hand side, so it's 3-7. I'm going to just do a straight up adjustment. 3-5, 3-6, 3-7. Just need to hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. Let's see if that goes in the cup, because I have been like, I tried some adjustments on one side or the other and I was off, and I'm still just like that little teeny bit off. And the way the wind was blowing it, I put down here at one point to do a minus 10%. And I am convinced that the deal is I've been working the plus side, and the plus side seems like I'm always just off. But the way the wind's blowing right there, even though the cup is downhill, it's I don't know what the deal is, but I'm going to do a minus 10% on that hole. My dog is like chewing my leg off. What are you doing, Buster? What are you doing? Are you getting busy with my shoelaces? All right, and that was my last time to practice that too. Now I still have practice with my odd account, so I still have practice. I can practice. I can play with it on Saturday morning. I know people play their practice accounts different. I just like to play one or the other. But I have a teammate, Kyle. He plays 9. He'll play a hole with his practice account, and then play the hole, because he just got to look at it. And then he'll play a hole, and then he'll play a hole, and he'll just go back and forth. That way, he gets a little bit of a warm up on it. Gets a test run. And sometimes you get it right on your test run. So if you do it like that and you're really dead serious about it, sometimes you get it right on your test run. You may have to switch it up. Like if one account means more to you than another. Sometimes you win in your practice account and you don't win in your main. Get on it, buddy. Chew it up. Chew it up, Buster. Get them shoelaces. Get them shoelaces. All right. In the hole. What hole was that? Still got 3 holes left. Still got some time to pick up a shot. I think I'm one shot down from where I want to be right now. I haven't even been paying attention. I've just been playing holes. I took a break and I came back and I didn't start keeping track. So I will forfeit because I know I do not have the right stuff for this. Good luck in the tournament. All right, we're on hole number 16. Hole number 16. This is a guardian and a turkey ball. Oh my gosh, this is the fish hole. I don't even want to look at it. I'm gonna go get my bag first. I'm gonna look at it and I'm just gonna go straight in and play it. This is a guardian. No, I got a guardian on one of these bags. And this is a turkey ball. And this is hole number 16, and hole number 16 is Oasis, hole number 5. Oasis, hole number 5. Go home. Oasis, hole number 5. Let's see that fish hole. That's the fish hole right there. Dolphin hole. It does look like a dolphin. I always think of it as a big fish, but it could be a dolphin. It'd be a lot more friendly if it was a dolphin. All I know is I want to get a hole in one here. And this is straight up, just whatever the wind is, that's the adjustment. That's the way the math works. 7 backspin. First cut of the rough. My opponent's got a hammerhead. Hammerhead does not have enough backspin. It does if you're up at the top, and I'm not hitting up at the top. I don't want to involve that slope. You get the wind adjustment wrong there. It's bad. You're on one side or the other. You're on the sand side. If you don't have enough backspin, that's the way you have to come at it. All right, first things first. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 backspin. A little up, 1.5, so it's 1.5 rings. My dog is like chewing my leg off. 1.5 rings. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Oh, and I missed it on the other side before. Oh, man, this hole is going to play hard to get with me. I hit one in the practice round, and I haven't hit one since. I'm like right on it. Buster is getting with it. All right, all right. That was a great opportunity for a hole-in-one right there. Opportunity wasted when you hit those perfects and it doesn't go in the hole. I'm going to have to think about how to work that hole. I'm going to have to go back and watch. I've missed 2 shots on that. I don't like it when you hit perfect on that shot and you don't go in the hole. That means that there's still an adjustment. There's still a little bit of a wind adjustment we have to do. And so the way the wind's blowing this time, it may be like a 25%, or it may be because it's right there. And I know people are hitting hole-in-ones on that. So still got some work to do on that one. That pisses me off. All right, hole number 17. What is hole number 17? It's Koh Hong Resort. It's hole number 5. All right, we're doing a max overpower hook shot on this. We're risking our whole round here. Quarter blue in rough. I'm doing an extra mile. I'm doing a Titan. No, I'm using a Kingmaker, because this tournament is sponsored by Kingmaker. Right, and a Hornet. I'm trying to get into my minimum. I'm trying to get into my Hornet range, that's for damn sure. I think it's like mid-club. But on the drive, I'm doing a quarter of my blue ring. I'm doing a quarter blue ring in the rough. A quarter past. 4.5 top spin, 6 right-hand side spin. My opponent goes first. I have a bunch of chicken scratches on my notes here, so I'm trying to read them. Some of it's if I'm in the sand, what I do if I'm in the sand. So I'm going to put a quarter. I'm going to put a quarter of a ring. I'm going to put a quarter of my clear ring in the rough. And that should get me to land up here at the top of the sand. It's close to it, real close, but you have to be real close down there in order to make the curve. Could probably use an Apocalypse on this if you had an Apoc 5. I see a lot of people shoot to the tip up here, and they and they overshoot it. That was a nice shot. That was right where you want to be. It seems like that would be really easy to work out, but evidently it's not. 4.5, 6. And when it's fully extended, blue ring off about 1/4 of a ring. 2.9. That's a ring and a half. And I got every single bit of that. Let's see if I got my trajectory right. Nope, just a little bit too far in, even on 1/4 of a ring. It needs to be like a half a ring in. Damn it. There's just such a fine line down there. It needs to be 1/2 blue in the rough. So that's that clear half of your clear ring in the rough. It needs to be moved out to the left just a little teeny bit. What are you doing, buddy? You are just getting with it. You have untied my shoes again. Yes. You go be a dog. You got tons of toys out here, dude. You got tons of toys. Yes, you do. You have all kinds of stuff over there. All right, now I have to recover. If my dog will leave me alone for 5 seconds. Yeah, let's get out here in the damn middle. Not me messing around like I did last time. Okay, it's 3 per ring. To max, it's 2.4. I think I wrote that down as 2.5. There's 3. I'll do a little bit more than that. Isn't it perfect? Let's see if we got the wind adjustment right. Close. I got tentative there. I wrote down on my notes to do a 50% wind adjustment. And the last time I was down there, I wasn't cognizant of how deep I was. Like you can be, if you move to the right, you can't go as deep as you can on the left. And so I was down there on the left, and I made a 50% wind adjustment, and then I hit it to the right, and I ended up clipping that rough. So that's why this time I didn't go as deep. I was like way in the middle of that fairway where I wouldn't, like if the wind pushed me more one direction than the other, I could go a long ways before I got caught up. And then I was tentative. I only did like maybe a 10% wind adjustment instead of a 50. But I had plenty of room down there. If I would have did the 50, I would have been a little bit closer. That's funny. I learned from my mistake though the last time, so I set it up a little bit different. I didn't put myself back in that spot again. It's a draw. Damn it. That means if it's a draw, that means we shot the minimum score. That's the point where we should be at right now in the tournament. The only time you should lose when you're out on the course is they shot the minimum score and you epic failed. So, I mean, at this point of the game, one of the people is going to shoot the minimum score. You start off in the qualifying round, and you can get a pretty good win percentage in the opening and weekend round. Your win percentage isn't going to be super good because more people are just playing the minimum if you're forfeiting. All right, I'm in 5th place. I'm on hole 18. What is hole 18? That's a absolute Albie opportunity with an eagle. So that's 27. That'll put me in the top 3, top 2, maybe top 2. All right, let's go look at it. It's Kohong Resort, hole number 9. Let's see how much time I got on my video. I don't want to end. I got plenty of time. And if I haven't said it already, hey, thanks for watching all of the stuff. And hopefully when I'm going through these holes and I'm just talking to myself, some of this stuff makes sense. And I'm helping you guys get better. That's the whole goal. You guys are making me better, I can tell you that, because I have to think about things more critically. And I know some of you think that I will like overanalyze it, but there's a lot of different ways that we could go at these holes. If nothing else, I hopefully if you guys watch the videos that you'll be better when you're out there playing one-on-one, because you'll like know like, hey, okay, that's not going to work, so I'll just go a different way. It's the catamaran thing. And we'll just stop at a different island. All right, here we go. Let's go get the Albie. I had not got an Albie on this hole all week, but I have gotten an Albie now, so I did get an Albie this tournament. But this is a hole I usually get at least like one Albie a week on. I don't normally take the shot over here to the right, so in tournament play, this is like the only time you ever really get to play the shot over here. You don't have to get the Albie to beat people on this hole in one-on-one play. All you have to do is get the eagle, because most people come out here and epic fail in T7. In Tour 7, they epic fail on this hole on this drive shot. They try that drive shot right there, and there's probably maybe 3 out of 10 make the drive shot. So if you can get on 9 out of 10, you just got a big win percentage right there. I was right where my opponent was earlier today, and I didn't like it at all. It was way too close to the shadows. I'm going to do max and max. I'm going to be about 2.5 rings off, as far up as I can be. 2-2. I'm going to do a little more, like 2-3, just a little. Then I'm going to put a little bit of curl on it to bring it back to the fairway. Isn't it perfect? And the risk there of putting that curl on is that the second hit will clip that rough. And so you want to be as far forward as possible. And try and get myself up to the shadows. I'm trying to work. I've been working all week long to try and get myself more into the fronds, the shadow from the tree itself instead of the trunks. It just gives a little bit better angle at the cup. My opponent hits perfect. So it's 1.15. So I'm going to do a 15% wind adjustment. I have done a 0, and I did a 10, and I did a 20. And that doesn't seem to work. So I'm going to work my way back down, and I'm going to do a 15. And if this doesn't work, I'm going to do a 5. 2.5. 1.5 times 2.5. 2.9 rings. .9 rings. All right, let's hit perfect and see if this goes in. Hitting it perfect. All right. All right. I've been on both sides. I've been in the thing, and that's just not I'm in the same damn spot. It's like I'm always in that same spot. In real golf, I would aim over. I would look at that and I would go, okay, hey, if you want me to be 7 inches off, or in the way the game's playing, 9 inches off, then I'll just aim 9 inches on the other side of the cup. And I think I tried that on here where I tried going the other direction and it just seemed like it didn't work. So that 15% is like I'm pulling it off. And when I don't put it on there, it's like I'm not, it's like I should have put it on there. I miss on the other side. All right, I'm going to change it to a 5. 15 was way the hell off. I mean, that's the same spot. If we don't make a change, we won't get a different result. We need to have perfects go in the hole. That's the deal. Man, we've gotten this as a shootout a bunch of times. So we'll see where the 27 put me. I picked up 2 on the front, and I think I only picked up 1 on the back. So we'll see where a 27 put me. I'm thinking second because I really think 28 is the score, like the opening round score that you're looking for tiebreakers. 27 at the top. And I got the Albi, so that put me in first. Albatrosses. They got, where'd they pick all theirs up? 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. They shot a 14 on the front and a 12 on the back. Oh, that's the 26. 27. Oh, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 on the front, 12 on the back. Just a nice clean round on the back. They got a hole. They got the eagle on 1 and the hole in 1 on 2. They got the hole in 1 on 7. The fish hole. So they got those. Those are the low hanging fruit right there. Those are the ones that you really want to get. Like, I mean, if you got low hanging fruit, those are the ones you have to get. Because the other ones, like, there are shots on there that you could pick them up, but like they're just shots. They may go in or they may not go in. It's like hole number 9. Now that's a nice round. Very nice. I think in the weekend that shooting that 15 is the goal, because those 3 low hanging pieces of fruit right there, I mean, that you've got opportunities on them, and depending on how you're doing the other shots. So I am back to where I started the week at, but when I started the week, I was making those shots. So I tried to move it around to try and see if I can get closer to see what my range was, and I'm back out there. So I have high hopes for the weekend round. My weekend round, my goal really has been 30 all week. I think 30 is the thing, and that's doing exactly what my opponent here did on their front, is shooting that 15 and picking up 1, 2, and 7. I mean, those are the holes to pick up. And that still leaves you, I mean, you have a shot on every single hole, so it still leaves you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other holes to pick up a shot. I mean, so there's a lot of fruit out there to be picked, and so I'm expecting that in the weekend round the scores are going to be super, super high. But I expect somebody in this bracket. Let's see how deep we are. Somebody in this bracket's probably going to go up and shoot. We haven't even filled the top 50 yet, so we don't know like where the scores are going to go as we go down. So it's pretty early. I would say that there's probably going to be at least 128, if not 2 28s at the top. And this will be like a top 5 going into the weekend bracket, is where I would expect to end up. All right. That was the opening round for my 77 account. And that was the back 9. We got enough time here. Yep, we do. Everybody have hopefully everybody's being safe, and hopefully everybody's okay. Stay at home, do your thing, just chill out. Let's play lots of games and just take a good vacation and just do stuff around the house. All right. Thanks for watching.